like to welcome back our audience. So we've talked to them about the property tax collection process. We've talked to them about the tax certificate sale, and you guys gave a great overview of that 2-year window that they have. If taxes are still not paid though in that 2-year window, what happens next?
Well, the certificate holder has a legal authority to file for a tax deed application on the property.
You know, I'm going to ask. So can you explain to our property owner what is a tax deed application process?
Yes. So once the certificate holder files for a tax deed application, if there are any other outstanding taxes owed at the time, they are required to pay those taxes as well as fees. So for instance, if they owe for the 2019 tax year, and that's the application, and then the 2020 are still outstanding in 2021, that certificate holder, our applicant, must pay those taxes as well. So all 3 years would be due and payable, along with fees and interest at time of redemption.
And I'd like to kind of interject, if I may. These certificate holders or tax deed applicants, they're not interested in obtaining the property. They simply want a return on their investment. And if they haven't gotten that in the 2 years, they will push the property up for a tax deed application.
That's right, Jen. After the application is filed with our office, then we file with the clerk of courts. The application goes to the clerk. They will actually notify all interested parties, the property owner, any mortgage companies, any lien holders, anybody that may have an interest in that property. They will send it out a notice, certified mail, regular mail. They will have the sheriff serve the property owner as well. So they make every opportunity to make sure everybody's notified, as well. If it's a homestead property, Jen and I will go out to the property if we haven't heard from that property owner prior to the sale, to make sure they are aware that they could lose their property if they don't get those taxes paid.
So it sounds like you go the extra mile, but let me ask you this. If a sale date is set and they haven't come in and paid and we set that date, have they lost their property at that point?
No, absolutely not. They have up until really the morning of the sale. They could come in, the sale's at 10 o'clock in the morning, they could come in at 9:59 and pay those taxes. So they have an opportunity to redeem all the way up until that period of time. However, if they don't get their taxes paid, the property will be sold and they will lose their property.
So obviously you both care very much about getting the property owner notified and getting them in. How successful are you?
We're actually very successful. A majority, I would say most of our tax deed applications are redeemed prior to the auction date. And we're very proud of the work that we do. Michelle and I work really hard trying to make sure that nobody loses their property. But our property owners are also working very hard to get caught up. But we do understand that financial struggles happen, especially in the world we live in today. So please know we don't report to any credit bureaus, and we will work with bankruptcy courts or attorneys if somebody should have one.
Yeah. And finally, we do try to provide options locally if we know of any local services that may be able to assist the taxpayer to get the funds to pay those taxes.
Well, Michelle and Jen, thank you so much for your time and sharing all this information. And for our audience that tuned in, I hope this has helped you in some small way have a better understanding of the full process. However, if you need more information, please visit taxcollector.com. Thank you.